Welcome to Mysteries Decoded by I. I'm Natas, and tonight, we ride straight into the Wild West to unravel a legend that refuses to die. An outlaw with a body count, a sheriff with a reputation to make, and a final shootout that might not have been so final. They say Billy the Kid died in 1881, but what if history got it wrong? Episode 5, Billy the Kid, The Death Hoax. July 14, 1881, the night of the killing the town of Fort Sumner, New Mexico. Sheriff Pat Garrett and his men creep through the shadows, hunting down the West's most infamous outlaw. Garrett claims he enters Pete Maxwell's bedroom just as Billy the Kid unknowingly walks in. The kid supposedly asks, "Quien es? Who is it?" before Garrett pulls the trigger. 2 shots. Billy the Kid is dead. Or is he? Here's where things get strange. No photos of the body. No official records of the coroner's report. A burial rushed so fast. The man might as well have vanished into thin air. This is extremely unusual for such a high-profile case. The body that wasn't Billy. Here's what's in the official report. The body had a beard and dark skin. But Billy the Kid was fair-skinned and only had faint peach fuzz. And what about the missing teeth? The kid's signature buck teeth were legendary, but the corpse? Not a match. Forensic inconsistencies pile up. Did they really kill the right man? Even John Poe, one of Garrett's own deputies, thought they had shot the wrong man. And Garrett, he never let the public see the body, never posed for a photo, and never even collected the reward. Why? Because there was no solid proof Billy was dead. The escape theory, meet Billy Barlow now. Here's where the plot thickens. Enter Billy Barlow, a lesser-known outlaw. He was about the same height, same build, and traveled in the same circles. Some accounts suggest Garrett knew Barlow personally. William Henry Roberts, a man who would later claim he was Billy the Kid, insisted that Barlow was the one killed that night. Not him. If Garrett knew he shot the wrong man, why cover it up? Some speculate that Garrett was pressured by powerful figures. Or that he was simply afraid of retribution. Was he haunted by doubt? Did he struggle with the moral implications of his actions? A man of the law, forced to choose between truth and survival. Others believe Garrett wanted to claim victory, secure his legacy, and ensure he was the man who put down Billy the Kid. The strange life of Brushy Bill, fast forward to 1948. And a man named William Henry Roberts, better known as Brushy Bill, steps forward claiming he's the real Billy the Kid. He knows intimate details about the Lincoln County War, has matching scars, and can even slip out of handcuffs the way the kid was famous for. But here's the kicker. Brushy Bill could recall specific conversations with people from Billy's past that were never publicly known. He described hidden hideouts, old scars, and gunfights with eerie precision, things no imposter could fabricate. He even files for a pardon, something only a guilty man, or the real Billy, would do. But Governor Mabry refuses to hear him out. A few months later, the weight of history caught up with Brushy Bill. He collapsed onto the dusty streets of Hyco, Texas. And with his final breath, the truth, if it ever existed, faded into the wind, lost like a half-forgotten ballad of the Old West. Its melody lingering, waiting to be rediscovered. The missing coroner's report. Here's the final twist. The official death certificate for Billy the Kid does not exist. No final record, no definitive closure, just a void where certainty should be. No paper trail, no record in Lincoln County. Nothing. For such a high-profile killing, this level of missing documentation is unheard of. So, did Pat Garrett kill Billy the Kid? Or did he let him ride off into the sunset? The Lincoln County War, the root of the legend to understand Billy's story. We have to go back to the Lincoln County War, a blood-soaked battle for control of New Mexico's cattle industry. Fought with bullets, bribery, and betrayal. A brutal conflict between rival factions for control of New Mexico's cattle industry. Billy fought on the side of the regulators, a group of ranchers and gunmen who saw themselves as freedom fighters, yet were branded as outlaws by those in power. Was Billy seeking justice, or was he simply another pawn in a corrupt system? A group of ranchers and gunmen who took up arms against corrupt officials and powerful landowners. A group of outlaws turned vigilantes against corrupt lawmen and businessmen. This wasn't just a petty feud, it was a full-scale battle involving political power, land control, and alliances with dangerous men. Garrett, the sheriff who supposedly killed Billy, had once ridden with the same corrupt factions that Billy fought against. Was he the executioner of justice, or simply another pawn in a game controlled by men far more powerful than him? Was Garrett truly hunting a criminal, or was he silencing an enemy of the powerful? The AI verdict, the truth behind the legend. Our AI analysis reveals a pattern of suppression and doubt, suggesting that the official narrative may be a deliberate fabrication, and the evidence supporting Billy's escape is stronger than most people realize. But we can't ignore that the vast majority of historians still believe Billy died that night. The lack of records, the inconsistencies in witness testimonies, and the existence of Brushy Bill, however, keep this mystery alive. If Billy the Kid did escape, what does that say about the lawmen, the government, and history itself? History is written by the victors. But truth is a mirage, shifting with the sands of time. One man's outlaw is another man's folk hero. One man's execution is another's escape. If Billy survived, what does that say about justice? Does history bend to the will of those in power, reshaping the truth to fit the narrative? About those who shape the past. And more importantly, who else in history might not be who we think they were? What do you believe? Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode of Mysteries Decoded by AI, where we separate fact from fiction, one mystery at a time.